Hi, good morning. This is Josanne Wright Callender, the author of Making Do Growing Up in, Colored in the Jim Crow South during the Great Depression. And I just realized this is the previous version of the book. The new one has Tuskegee Tales removed because, as I said, I'm still waiting for the go ahead on my new banner. I still haven't heard anything back yet, and I've been checking constantly because it kind of just pops into my email account that, we're moving ahead. So I will keep you posted, but I thought I'd get in touch with everybody today. This is Faithful Friday to let you know the progress that has been made since the last time we spoke, which was about 4 weeks ago. First of all, I am in the process of working on the audio book, and we're really trying to have something tangible, a product before Juneteenth. And so we're in June already. I'm not sure, but like I said, this is Faithful Friday, and we're trusting and hoping that we can have some miracles happen in our on our behalf to see this come to fruition. My wonderful friend Phyllis Kelly and I are just doing our best because we know that this is what God would have us do, and we know that He'll take care of the rest. As a friend of my husband and myself said, in when we were traveling in Lisbon, this friend made a song of. He says, "Just do your best, and God will do the rest." And he made it into a song. Thank you, Milton. But so what we're doing is audiobook editing, looking through all of the tapes, all the files, editing it, and then sending an audio file checklist to the person who's doing the editing. And we're about maybe 12 chapters into the 26. So you see, it takes time because we want to make sure that there's no dialogue repeated, just to make sure that everything's clean, and it is a wonderful listening treat. And so far, I love it. So that's why I'm focusing on this first and foremost. The second thing I told you about was my volume 2 was edited by a dear friend who's an English professor, and I'm finding as I'm going through correcting the multitude of things that I need to do with volume 2 is that editing the audio on volume 1 and setting up the outline for volume 3 is giving me, it's informing my writing on volume 2, because what she brought up as a comment was that some people are going to pick up this book and not have, go and may go back and read volume 1, but you've got to have everything in volume 2 to kind of bring everybody up to speed. And I said, oh my goodness, I love books that do that. If I catch the second volume, and I just didn't think of it. We're just like moving full steam ahead. So that's giving me some time to reflect on how to make a concise recap of what happened in volume 1. Plus, it's informing me as to whether or not some of the topics that I covered in volume 2 really belong in volume 2, or should they be in volume 3? And it's like giving me this luxury of looking at this full view of all 3 books, which were in the beginning intended to be one, but it was just way too much information. So I'm doing a lot of mental note taking and jotting down notes of things that I need to collapse. How do I edit out things that are just a little redundant? And it's just quite an experience. It's very edifying too to be able to do this. But the big news is that Phyllis, who's also my manager, has gotten me an interview. So it's the first one that I've done since the launch of the book, which we did on Facebook Live. And this is an actual radio station. And she gave me the call numbers, and God willing, we will be able to do this. They said if they don't have enough information, they may not air it. But what I'll do is I'll put in an email, I'll put a LinkedIn update, and that way I can let you know, because we're going to do the taping Tuesday, and then that Sunday it'll be aired. And this is something that's really exciting to me. I haven't done it in 2 years, so I have to kind of, you know, read up on how to give a good interview, and it's all audio. And then the final thing is I am doing a writer's workshop, and this will be promoted probably after this next Wednesday. It's going to be June the 29th of this month in honor of my mom's birthday, and it's Writing with God. So if you wanted to start writing your legacy project and you have, like, where do you start? This is the workshop for you. So I'll put a little blurb about it in my description box, but more to follow. And I'll put a flyer up also on LinkedIn to let you know. So a lot of things, but this is part of being a writer. And my life in particular, I always, as an educator, I want to help people, so you don't have to go through all of the things that I did to try to get this novel completed. It maybe help streamline your process and also give you some encouragement to get started. All right, well, this is a little longer than I intended, but thank you for being here on Faithful Friday. Please subscribe, please share. Thank you so much. Bye bye.